Good afternoon. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Just kidding. Kruleboyz went 5-0 at a GT this past weekend, and I would love to talk about it. But first, thanks to all my patrons, Baron for the channel art, and Baron of Dice for supporting the channel. Yeah. Okay, so here was the GT. It was called Loonshine Remix Final Ignition, and it took place just south of the border, down Mexico way, in Tijuana. Yeah, in Mexico, just south, yeah. And it had about 30 players, so pretty decent size. I think it's big enough that I would have like looked at it to find some lists and all this. And yeah, Eugene Averin, I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly, Age of Ligmar, went 5-0 with Kruleboyz. And I mean, there were some pretty good players here, right? Like if you're playing down in California or just south, I guess in Mexico there in Tijuana, there's some pretty good players with some pretty good lists, right? Like it's not a small GT. And also among the attendees was also Aaron Newbaum, who, you know, we've had on the channel multiple times. And hey, Aaron, just saying, maybe if you were playing Orcs, you might have won, buddy. But now I'm playing Deepkin, so I can't support that. Can't support that, Aaron. Just kidding. You do you, bro. Cool. Also, another interesting thing, too, is that he wasn't the only Kruleboyz player that was at this tournament. We also had, you see how I'm scrolling down, 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 down. We also had a 1 and 4 Kruleboyz player, Miguel, who ran a very standard sort of list. Right, Middle Finger, Swamp Collar Shaman, Gut Rippers, Bolt Boys, Kill Boss on Nash Tooth, Yuck, Slitters, Vulture, Killbow, Merc Knob, right? Just like straight up Kruleboyz. We also had another Kruleboyz player. Where is he? At the very bottom, Patrick, 0 and 5, who had a Light Finger, Kill Boss on Corpse Ripper Vulture, Gut Rippers, Swamp Collar Shaman, Killbow, Bolt Boys, Break Boss, Slitter Boss, Hobgrot Slitters. So, you know, very standard. But let's have a look at what our friend Eugene brought to this tournament. Hey, GW, look what the proper Big Wa should look like. Grand Alliance Destruction Kruleboyz Trophy Finger. That's interesting. Trophy Finger. I don't even know what that does. One sec. Oh, where's the pause button? Never mind. We're powering through. Trophy Finger. It's not Middle Finger. It's not Light Finger. Interesting. Too bad. You'll have to look at it for yourself. Let me know in the comments, because I actually, for the life of me, can't remember what this one does. 4 drops, Lower the Swamp Manifestations, Gork Morka with a Scaregrub Totem, all looking pretty standard so far. Our General's Regiment is Kragnos with a Killaboss on Corpse Ripavulcha with Slippery Scumbag, a unit of Monster Killers. Second Regiment is Breakaboss on Meyer Bruth Trogoth with another unit of Monster Killers. Regiment 3, Swamp Collar Shaman with Potgrot with the Swamp Staff, so Slippery Scumbag and Swamp Staff are our manifestations. Another unit of Monster Killers, so that's 3 units of Monster Killers. And then Der Hurtlen Hogs, a 420-point Regiment of Renown, which includes a Tusk Boss and a Magronta Gouger, which means we're totaling 1,000 points of units that are not Kruleboyz. I repeat, that's 1,000 points of units that are not Kruleboyz. Which is a lot of points that aren't Kruleboyz. This is sort of what I was saying before. I've made this point a long time ago in some How to Win with Kruleboyz video, I'm sure. But it's like the way that you win with Kruleboyz right now is by actually not playing Kruleboyz. It's by playing 1,000 points, literally exactly half of your list, or in this case, with the points on this list are 1990, so technically slightly more than half of your list not being Kruleboyz. Another interesting thing about this list is that there's actually no Bolt Boys or a Killbow of any kind. It's just straight up 3 units of Monster Killers. There's no Gut Rippers, no Bolt Boys, no Killbows, no Hobgrots. It's just Monster Killers, 3 units of Monster Killers, and then like monsters, right? Break a Boss, a Vulture Boss, right? 2 pigs and a Kragnos. So, unfortunately, I think at this point, at this moment in time, if you want to, like, I do really like this list. I do really like this list. I think if you wanted to, you could throw in some shooting, and I think it would be also good. But this is just, but the thing with the shooting is that it doesn't really work with Kragnos as well. If you could throw in some monster killers, right? Like you can pin down the opponent as, you know, the pigs and Kragnos do their thing. But, yeah. We're going to talk to Eugene later this week. So stay tuned for an interview. It's going to be a good time. I'm sure we'll get deep into the weeds of it. Makes the Break-a-Boss pretty fast if you can 3d6 charge. It's very handy. And also the Kill the Boss and Corpse Rip of Vulture has his Vulture Dive, or whatever the ability is called, where you roll a number of dice equal to the charge roll, and that includes 3d6, so your average is 10, and then for every 4-up it's a mortal, so you're throwing in, you know, on average 5 mortal wounds as an impact hit, which is very strong. And it also gives you the opportunity to spike, right? Like you could roll 12 dice and suddenly it's 8 mortals, which is quite a bit for an impact hit before you've even done anything, right? And then with Slippery Scumbag, you know, you can like slip away and do it again, and it's a pretty decent combination. If I was gonna I would love to play this list, to be honest. Like, I haven't been playing a ton of Kruleboyz, and this list isn't even really Kruleboyz, right? Like, if we're being honest. But I would definitely give this list a try, for sure. It looks very strong to me. Only thing I don't like about it is 4 drops, but there's nothing that you can really do about it. I mean, I guess you could. If you wanted to go 3 drops, you could get rid of the Break-a-Boss. It's at the same points as a reinforced unit of Boltboys. So instead, you could take the Monster Killers and a reinforced unit of Boltboys and put them in another regiment. I'm sure that'll be a question that I have for Eugene later this week. But, I mean, besides, like, very strong. It's good. If you want to play Kruleboyz, you know, this is definitely the way to go, unfortunately, is just not to play Kruleboyz. So remember, Kruleboyz players out there, when we see the Honest Wargamer and when we see Goonhammer stats come out and they talk about Kruleboyz and how many 5-0s we've had and all this, just remember that this 5-0 was not truly a Kruleboyz list. Remember that. Like, subscribe. Wow.